You are sitting at a red light in your 10-year-old sedan. Then a brand new $90,000 truck pulls up next to you. Big wheels, tinted windows, perfect paint. The kind of vehicle that makes you think, what does that guy do for a living? And for a second, you feel behind. You wonder if you are being too cheap, too boring, too slow. But today, I want to show you the brutal truth. That truck might not be a symbol of wealth. It might be a financial anxiety machine, because there is a massive difference between building wealth quietly and building lifestyle publicly. One gives you freedom, the other gives you payments. And most people are confusing the two. We live in a world where looking successful has become easier than becoming successful. You see the rooftop bars, the kitchen renovations, the new cars, the designer clothes, the vacation photos, the luxury apartment, the matching furniture, the perfect driveway, and your brain starts filling in the blanks. You assume they must be winning. You assume they must be earning more. You assume they figured something out that you have not. But here is the fake rich secret. A lot of what you are seeing is not built on wealth. It is built on leverage. Car loans, credit cards, buy now, pay later, personal loans, huge rent payments, and sometimes invisible income. The parent paying the phone bill, the parent helping with rent, the parent covering insurance, the parent sending money every month. That support does not show up in the Instagram caption. So when you compare yourself to someone else, you may not be comparing income to income. You may be comparing your solo budget to their family-backed lifestyle. And that is not a fair race. This is why appearance is such a dangerous scoreboard. Because you can look rich while being trapped, and you can look boring while becoming free. Let's run the numbers on the public lifestyle. The average new car payment is already deep into the 700s, and for expensive trucks and luxury SUVs, the payment can easily push much higher. But the payment is only the beginning. Then comes insurance, fuel, tires, maintenance, registration, repairs, depreciation, and suddenly, the vehicle that made you feel successful becomes a monthly subscription to financial pressure. This is why I call it the pavement princess trap, a massive truck that spends most of its life sitting in traffic while quietly stealing your future. Because you are not just paying for a vehicle, you are giving up investment capital. If a reliable used sedan costs you hundreds less per month, that difference could be going into an index fund. Month after month, year after year, quietly building the portfolio that nobody sees. The real cost of the expensive car is not the payment. It is the version of your future that never gets built. You are not just choosing between two vehicles. You are choosing between public status today and private freedom later. Sitting 6 inches higher in traffic is not worth delaying your financial independence. The second pillar of the public lifestyle is the house. The bank says you are approved, so you buy the bigger place, the nicer kitchen, the extra bedroom, the better neighborhood, the granite countertops, and on paper it feels like progress. But here is what people forget. Bank approval is not the same thing as affordability. A lender is asking, can this person probably make the payment? You should be asking, can I make this payment and still live? Can I invest? Can I save? Can I handle repairs? Can I lose income for a few months? Can I sleep at night? Because a house is not just the mortgage. It is property taxes, insurance, maintenance, utilities, furniture, repairs, HOA fees, and the random $5,000 problem that shows up on a Tuesday morning. When housing and transportation swallow most of your take-home pay, you have no margin. And when you have no margin, everything becomes an emergency. The HVAC breaks, credit card, car repair, credit card, medical bill, credit card. You look successful to the neighbors, but you are living one surprise away from panic. A house is not a trophy if the payment turns your life into a prison. The goal is not to impress people from the outside. The goal is to have peace on the inside. Now let's talk about the quiet version. Quiet wealth is not flashy. It is not loud. It does not get applause. Nobody posts a viral photo of an automatic brokerage transfer. Nobody claps when you keep driving the same paid-off car. Nobody cares when you choose the smaller apartment so your savings rate stays strong. But that is the playbook. Quiet wealth means you are willing to look average while building something substantial underneath. It means you automate investments before lifestyle gets a vote. It means you keep housing sane. It means you avoid car payments that turn your paycheck into a hostage. It means you stop letting social pressure write checks. Your future self has to cash. And something powerful happens when you do this. Your life gets quieter. You stop doing Sunday night math. You stop calculating whether takeout will ruin the week. You stop panicking every time a bill hits. You stop needing the next paycheck to rescue the last one. That silence is wealth. Not the truck, not the watch, not the vacation post. The silence, the margin, the space between you and disaster. Public wealth is a performance. Quiet wealth is a system. One makes you look rich. The other lets you breathe. The reason quiet wealth works is because eventually the math starts helping you. At $10,000 invested, your money is still small. You are doing most of the work. At $100,000 invested, the portfolio finally starts feeling alive. A normal market year can produce thousands of dollars of growth. Not guaranteed, not every year, but enough that you finally feel the machine turning. And at $1 million invested, the shift becomes serious. Now your capital can potentially produce tens of thousands of dollars a year. Again, not guaranteed. But the point is clear. Your money has moved from decorative plant to employee. The person with the expensive public lifestyle has to keep feeding the machine with labor. More hours, more stress, more performance, more pressure. But the person who built wealth quietly has options. They can leave a toxic job, take a pay cut for meaningful work, move cities, start a business, travel without destroying their finances, say no without fear. That is what quiet wealth buys, not attention, optionality. Real wealth is not the car. It is not the house. It is not the vacation photo. Real wealth is waking up and deciding what you want to do with your day, instead of what you have to do to pay bills. So stop measuring your progress against someone else's highlight reel. They may be performing, you may be building. And building usually looks boring in the beginning. It looks like driving the older car, living below your approval limit, automating investments, ignoring lifestyle pressure, letting people underestimate you. But 20 years from now, while they are still trying to look rich, you could actually be free. Subscribe if you are ready to stop being fake rich and start building a foundation that actually lasts. See you in the next one.